Aloha! This is Jonathan, and today I am going to be comparing the first edition to the second edition of the Superlunaris. The second edition, when I ordered it, Jess and Jacob were so kind. They included this spread cloth, which is gorgeous, a candle, which I'm about to light specifically for this video. Oh, maybe I should have turned the fan off first. Oh well, too late now. I'll just pop that in there. That should help. There we go. Let me bring that up a little so you guys can actually see it. There we go. That's a little better. So this is the first edition, which I got because I actually backed the Kickstarter. This was the picture I got with the first edition. The second edition, I got one of my favorite Emperor cards of all times. They also sent me the sticker, that candle, and one of those fortune-telling fish. I haven't had one of these in forever. Haven't opened this yet. Oh, that's upside down. So I've been using the first edition quite a lot. Put that off to the side here. As you can see here by the way that the gilding is worn, I don't know if you can even see that here, but obviously I riffle shuffle quite a lot, so I'm starting to get some wear here and across the top a little bit. But personally, I kind of like it. It gives it that like well-used, well-loved kind of vibe, right? So I haven't even opened this yet. So luckily my nails are a little long at the moment, so I can just get in easy peasy. And let's see. Looks like it is pretty much the same little pamphlet. Although this one feels, the newer edition feels a lot thicker. This one is just very flimsy. But it looks to be about the same. I guess this one's a little darker in the background, and the paper is definitely a lot thicker. So that is a positive. Because this is so flimsy, I barely used it at all because it's a little too flimsy, I think. So I think that is definitely a positive. Obviously not really meant for a beginner. I mean, you can get any RWS book and it would cover the meanings, right? So let us get this out of here and let's compare the boxes. I think it's pretty much the same box. Oh, I guess I see saturation's a little better over here. Looks to be about the same size. Coloration's just a little richer in the new box, as you can see from the bottoms. It's pretty much the same on all sides. It's just, as you can tell by the back here, the second edition has better coloration. So let's dive into the decks. I love when it's just paper and we have as little plastic as possible. There's no reason to shrink wrap cards. I'm sorry, but it just seems ridiculous. So, oh wow, yeah, so I can see how the saturation is better in the second edition. The images are definitely crisper. It's the same cardstock. Oh, and the backs have that extra purple in it, and again, just the imagery is sharper in the second edition. So let's just flip through and see what we got here. Oh, yeah, the second edition definitely, as much as I love the first edition, I will not part. Well, first edition I might end up gifting to a friend of mine who had her deck. She only had one and it got stolen, and she never bothered to get a new one. So I think I might gift her the first edition. The second edition definitely has a richer imagery. The lines are crisper. The coloration is sharper. Yeah, I mean, the images are still the same, obviously. Some things have been tweaked just a little here and there, just as far as spacing. But the imagery in the second edition, so much stronger than the first edition. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the first edition. I've been reading with it since I got it. But the second edition is just, it's crisper, it's sharper, more saturation to the colors. Oh, that's where that image comes from. Okay, so we have here, oh, maybe I have it upside down then. I might have it upside down. That's okay. I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way for this, but I just, yeah, second edition, so much crisper and clearer. So you can see the details a lot better here. Whereas here, it's like you can kind of see them, but it's very dark in comparison to this one. Apparently my live unboxing of the first one was the first unboxing video of the deck out there. Oh, here's the difference. Instead of the hanged one, we have the suspended one. That's a nice update, I think. Imagery is a lot crisper here. Gorgeous. This is just one of my favorite decks of all time. It really is. Coloration's been tweaked just enough, so it's really, really nice. Now we get into the minors. Like I said, there wasn't really any major changes that I know of. There was that one name change. I don't think I saw any other name changes. I might be wrong. But it just, the imagery is just crisper, cleaner, more true to life. This is about the same. Although, yeah, it is a little crisper. Keep saying it crisper. Crisper, crisper. Clearer. Coloration is a little more saturated. Sharpness brought up. Love this Page of Wands, breathing fire out. This is not the first time I bought a second deck, but it is the first time I purposely got the same deck. Because some of the other decks I've gotten, it's like borderless versus bordered, etc. This, I just can't help myself. I love the Superlunaris, and I heard about this updated, slightly clearer version, and it's just, cardstock's the same. I love the cardstock. It's one of my favorite cardstocks. You see it's been cleaned up a little bit here. This is so much clearer. Love the imagery. So I'm not usually one for photo collage decks. In fact, I usually avoid them at all costs. But this one, I don't know. It just really spoke to me, the artwork. Wow, that's the difference in saturation there. It's so much clearer here. See, this, I'm glad that it's clear, because this is just too much shadow. Here's a nice thing. That pentacle was cut off in the first edition, and now it's brought in, so it's not cut off by the printer. It looks like he got moved in just a smidge too. That, my dears, is the Superlunaris ×2, because I got first and second edition. Let me know in the comments, do you have this deck? Do you have the first edition? Do you have the second edition? I know the second edition only just recently was published. I love that they added the purple to differentiate between the two just from looking at the backs. The boxes themselves, even though they are the same box, it's obvious which one's the first one and the second edition to me. There's just so much more clarity in the imagery of the second edition here. So, yeah. So let me know in the comments. Do you have it? Do you work with it? What do you think of this beautiful Superlunaris? Thank you for watching, and until next time, aloha and a hui ho.